Thanks for stopping by, everyone. My name is Jeff, and in today's video, we are going to talk about dividend investing, guys. It is one of my favorite forms of passive income. So this is part 2 of our passive income series. Like I mentioned last week, guys, I want to start doing one video every week on different passive income ways, and like I said, pretty much any way to boost your income. Again, the whole objective here is that we're kind of passing around ideas, sharing ideas with each other, so we can all boost our income up a little bit, and we can all continue to invest in the stock market even during this difficult period that we are in right now. The Dow Jones ran up over 1,000 points yesterday, and then the markets were red for most of the day, and then it made a big recovery at market close, and that was really great to see. I know I have some positions I actually sold. They just hit my limit orders near market close today, and I was pretty happy about that. I also don't want to go as far as saying the volatility is over. I still think we will have plenty of volatile days ahead of us, but I honestly hope and pray that the worst is over. We can always kind of focus on the positive things. Guys, if this is your first time to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell for all notifications. And guys, if you would, please drop me a like on this video. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out and helps boost my videos and my channel and helps me grow. So I really appreciate all the support. Now guys, let's talk just for a moment about passive income. So this method of passive income is really not that passive, okay? It is in the fact that you're not really doing any manual work. Like I said, you're not, breaking your back and straining yourself. There's not going to be some boss following you around, barking orders at you or anything like that. But this does require a lot of study. It requires that you are very plugged into your stocks, and it requires, the ability to keep up with lots of different positions. However, if you do not have the kind of personality where you can concentrate on lots of different positions, and I highly suggest not using this strategy at all. And of course, you have to have money to make money, okay? So you might still be trying to get to step number 1, which is attaining some money to do some dividend investing with. But don't worry, I will have plenty of videos coming on lots of different ways to build income. But let's talk for a minute about dividend income. So since the market has took a turn for the worse, guys, my personal day trading strategy has changed a lot. I basically, right now, I have 4 different methods of trading. Of course, I contribute to my long-term positions and my long-term investments. I short a lot of stocks, I buy put options, and I try to do a lot of dividend capture. Now, when I'm doing dividend capture trades, guys, I set the bar very low on the return I expect to get from these stocks. For example, if I enter a stock at $240 and I did not pay any commission to get into that position, I have no problem selling that position for $240 if that's the best I can get. If that can get me through an ex-dividend date, make sure I get the dividend payment and move me into another position, I have no problem breaking even, on a position when I'm implementing this specific strategy. So some of the stuff we're going to talk about today, guys, it really depends on planning, how you can look at a calendar, how you can look at ex-dividend dates, payment dates, and like I said, you can plot days all over a calendar, so you're receiving a small dividend payment on almost every single trading day. Now, I still have not mastered this. I still have not, like I said, I don't get a payment on all these stocks every single day, but I would say in a 5-day week, I'm getting payments on sometimes 3 and 4, and sometimes even all 5 trading days. So it is nice to know maybe I've broke even or I've taken a small gain on a stock, and I'm also going to be receiving a dividend payment, shortly into the future. And again, guys, I am not encouraging you all to go out and just buy a bunch of stocks without doing any research. I am very experienced, I'm very confident in my abilities, and I also know if I get too carried away with this strategy, I also know that I can eat a loss and go back and correct my method a little bit. So I am not encouraging any of you to do this. Maybe set the bar a little lower. Maybe just try to do some dividend capture so you're receiving a small payment like once a week. Because if you're going to implement this strategy correctly, it's probably going to take you the better part of a year to really own enough positions to be getting small payments, almost every day. So guys, what I have here is an ex-dividend calendar, okay? Now right here is the ex-dividend date, and that is tomorrow's date, 12/28/2018. That would actually be tomorrow's date. So unfortunately, this strategy would work for me if I own some of these positions, but if you do not own any of these stocks the day before the ex-dividend date, you will not receive the payment. I'm just using this for illustration purposes. I don't want to worry about the ex-dividend date. What I really want to focus on, guys, is over here, the payment date, okay? And this is what I was talking about earlier. You can go down through this list of payment dates and almost plot out to give yourself a small dividend payment, like I said, almost on every single trading day if you decide to do so. And you don't necessarily need to have a lot of money in any of these positions. So I'm going to go up here, guys, and listen, I will have this link to this dividend calendar. I will put a link for that down in the comment section of this video if you want to go and take a look at it. But I'm just going to click on this payment date, guys, to organize them so they're all in numerical order. If you followed some of these methods and strategies, you could get a payment on the 3rd, the 7th, the 8th. There's 2 stocks you could consider for the 8th. And then right here, guys, look at the 9th. You have several different stocks to consider taking a position in if you wanted a dividend payment on the 9th of January, okay? Now, you could bundle up and maybe get 2 or 3 or 4 of these stocks. If you did your research, you did your homework, you made a sound decision, and you think it's a good investment, like I said, you could set yourself up, especially if you are in a zero commission account where, like a Robinhood or a Webull account where you're not paying any trade commission, and aim low. Like I said, you can break even or just get a small gain and sell right back out, because you're not going to get hit with that trade commission, okay? All you're trying to do is just get small dividend payments rolling in as frequently as you possibly can. So right here, guys, again, you got all these options for the 10th of January, okay? I mean, just look at all these different stocks that will pay out a dividend on the 10th of January. Here is a bunch for the 11th. And of course, the 12th and 13th, those are weekends. You're never going to get a dividend payment over the weekend, but then it goes right into the 14th, okay? And here is a bunch for January 15th, okay? So let me just kind of stop right here, guys, and kind of go over this just a little bit. Again, I want to emphasize going out and getting a position in all these different stocks is probably going to be overwhelming for most people. It's overwhelming for me, and I do not do this, okay? I'm not going out and buying a stock in every single one of these positions just to get a small dividend payment on every day. Now, here lately, I have been taking, a couple of positions to get myself several dividend payments throughout the week. I just sold Broadcom today. I made a nice gain on it, and I'm going to get a nice dividend payment. And a couple others like Iron Mountain and White Horse Finance, Telefonica, Blackstone, Arbor Realty Trust, of course, ticker symbol iPay. That's the ETF we talked about last month around Thanksgiving. And that's a holding that holds Square and PayPal and MasterCard and stuff like that. Well, that actually paid a dividend today. And so, like I said, I've either made a small gain, some of these I made a decent gain on, or I've at least broke even. I have not taken any losses, and I've secured the dividend payment. So like I said, if you got some spare time, check out this dividend calendar and start going through the dates and maybe start thinking about how you can plot out. Start really small. Say you want to get a dividend payment every other week, and maybe you nail that down for a month or two, and then start saying, okay, now I want to start getting a dividend payment every week. Make sure to use limit orders. Make sure to only pay the price you're willing to pay. Do not take any losses. Make sure you at least break even. But so far, guys, I am actually having pretty good luck with this. I encourage you all to at least think about this method for passive income. You know, it is nice when I log into my brokerage account and there is, you know, small payments going into my account. That's more cash I can spend. That's more cash I can invest with. And honestly, it's more cash I can short with, and more cash I can buy put options with. So any way you want to look at it, you know, those small payments, they really start adding up after a while. You know, $5 here, $10 there, $7 here, $6 there. You know, after a couple of weeks, those small payments start adding up, and before you know it, you have a nice little chunk of money to, like I said, do some trading with, get further invested into stocks you want to while the market's in a decline, and pretty much do anything you want. If you want to take that money out and go to the movies and take your girlfriend out to eat, you can also do that. You can do whatever you want with that income. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. That's all I've got for tonight. Drop me some comments. I know a couple of you have already used this strategy or have been thinking about this strategy. Let me know what kind of success you are having with it. Please drop a like on this video, and thank you for watching.